on your doorstep, but it's about that confidence of having somebody go with you for the first time or two to actually settle you in.
Thank you very much.
Was there another comment?
Can I just ask, Clive, you know, on the evaluation, did we actually ask the clients what digital enhancement for them? How did they feel
We didn't
about?
ask
I just
that. We
wondered
didn't ask
whether.
that. It was a step too far
Just,
at
I
that
just
stage.
wondered
Yeah.
actually. whether-
Right, moving on. Who's going to talk? You again, sir? Thank you very much.
Hi, I covered some of the things already, but the key points I think was about developing partnerships with organisations out there and working with the elderly and such as schools, housing associations, so where there is a shared outcome in looking after the people. The other thoughts we had was using gaming for engagement and interaction, and that linked with using intergeneration skills exchange, where young people are using technology more, and older people may have skills like gardening or whatever that they can be exchanged with young people. So, you know, technology can be a way for a medium for communication and learning with each other.
Good, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who'd like to talk on this table? Anybody? Go on, sir.
No further comment.
Oh, thank you very much. Excellent. Who's going to be your spokesperson? They're looking at you. Nothing more to say? Well, yes, please. I'm sorry. I'll be back for you. Who's there? You, sir? Yes, there you.
No, it's just because I'm finding this fascinating. It's just starting to get lively now, actually, to be honest. I think you could go on for the whole week talking about this topic. And you've got to keep it going. I mean, yes, the vision is fantastic. And it's going to happen. How many years it's going to take? The human element, we've discussed that. That's vitally important. But I think what you've got in this room is a small proportion of the talent that could make this happen. And I want to just see it all carry on. How are we going to keep talking? How are we going to... an SME over there talking to an SME over here, that actually that combined service could be brilliant. And I'd just like you guys to think on the role you could play at Healthy Villages to get us connected and help you move this forward.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you very much for that. Right, I'm coming. He wanted to... You can fight amongst yourselves.
Yes. Oh, the thing here is that I've been working in these kind of projects for maybe 6-8 years, and there is a very difficult thing to create a project and then evaluate it with NHS. So the steps to do all that should be simplified. I spent like 2 years in evaluate a pilot prototype with clinicians. So just to survive that software called IRAS, where people put the idea and create a collaboration with the NHS, is very, very bureaucratic. So those things are should be also improved.
Yes, go. Into the microphone, please.
As the research manager for Birmingham Community Healthcare, IRAS is the area that I'm familiar with now. And I can tell you, yes, it is bureaucratic, yes, it does take a while, but it's got a lot better. And I think part of the challenge is being the right people who can help you with your IRAS form, who can sort of take you through that process, and you know the person now, so it will make it a lot easier.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask for a little bit of clarity on next stages in the process, really, and maybe I'm hijacking the agenda here, and maybe going to come on to this, but, you know, I applaud you for the concept and the way that you've presented the challenges today, but you talked at the outset about wanting to forge a partnership. I represent an SME, we're in the mobile technology space, you know, these ideas, these thoughts are very interesting to us, but I'm thinking about it from a commercial head, and how could we engage in a safe environment that protects our intellectual property, but that brings value to all parties concerned. And I'd just be interested to hear, you've talked about partnership, do you have preset thoughts and ideas as to how that partnership would actually unfold from today?
Okay, I can give you one level of response to that, and that is that going from today, we would like to establish one-to-one discussions with SMEs. Then or not that can be expanded to 2 to 1 and 3 to 1, and talk about how we manage that, you know, the intellectual property aspect of it. But most certainly, when Hamid referred to the thing your aunts did on the website, if all we can do at this stage is fill in that form and say, I'd like to discuss more, then let's do that, and then we'll pick that up and we'll develop it and broaden it out. Is that okay? Yeah, I'm sorry, one thing, we've just realised that the thing that we haven't done is a delegate list. We will send it around to, I take it everybody's happy with sending a delegate list. We will send everybody's email address to you by email. Anything on this table? No? Good, thank you. Right, this table, please. Any more? Okay.
I think in a way we are building bridges, but we're also breaking bridges. And some of these healthy villages that we're talking about exist and do exist within the community. And I think what we should have done is basically gone to them and said, well, for many, many years, without that investment, how have you sustained your services? And we've kind of missed them, and we've got an example on our table today as well. So I think really we've still got a gap that needs to be addressed, and that is those existing services, which was the picture that he showed originally, and how we can get that back, rather than building more digital systems, which has destroyed that kind of image.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, please.
Can I just say that if this is all really exciting and innovative and that's great, but how are you going to take the other people with you? At the moment, a lot of GP surgeries don't even allow you to book an online appointment. So if you've got all these wonderful digital platforms that people are accessing as a sort of an aim, how are you going to take CCGs and GPs along with you on that journey to ensure that they've got compatible software and hardware? Because at the moment, you know, it's a phone call at 8:30 or standing outside picking up a ticket. So there's not going to be compatibility between the two different accesses to the different services.
I'm not going to by pretending that's easy. We know it's not easy. What I would say, though, is that you had standing in front of you the chair of the CCG in Andrew. One CCG, the big, they're all on board. Yeah, all the CCGs are on board, and you know we are continuing to have dialogue with them about how we do exactly what you say.
But that we've got two GP practices outside of where I work, and they're both in two different clinical commissioning groups within the same CCG.
Yeah.
And they don't talk to each other. They don't have the same systems in place. They serve the same community. So there are lots of things that need to be done potentially to address some of those issues.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I think that the lunch is served now, is it? I think they're in the process of preparing the table.
So we need to just wrap up.
So yes, I would like to thank you all again for attending today. I found it very useful, very exciting. I hope you feel the same way. Just a few reminders. I will be sending out just a very short survey, just for what you thought of the event and individual presentation, brainstorming sessions. I will also send out the link for submitting any ideas. But as Clive said, even if it's just an expression of interest, that will do. We just want to know that you want to work with us. There is another event, as we mentioned, on 27th of April. Some of you have already registered for that. The link is available on the invite on Eventbrite for today's event. But again, I will be sharing that with you. And if any of you are leaving earlier, can I just ask you to make sure you return your badges at the reception desk? And also, if you haven't signed the registration, please do that, so exactly how many people attended. Thank you very much, and enjoy your lunch.
Enjoy your lunch and carry on discussing. Thank you. Thank you.